You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Perfect.
Oh, you already know what time it is. Monday Night Raw has returned. We had a okay show tonight. Okay, better than last week. We also got Roman Reigns v. Logan Paul, and I'm gonna tell you why. And no, don't call us stupid just yet.
You stupid.
Let it play out, guys. Let it play out. Also, is Bray Wyatt coming back? We will talk all about it. But first things first, check out. Come on, say it with me. My socials. Follow me. RJD699 on Twitter, RJD_199 on Instagram, RJD199 on Snapchat. But most importantly, follow What's the Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spotify and Anchor. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Tis I, RJD here, sitting in a brand new chair because my other one broke. So we got ourselves a new chair. Nice and comfy. Can't be mad at that. Shout out to Mama Love for the chair. Love you, Ma. Now, with that being said, man, Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. It was an alright show. So Monday Night Raw was okay. I mean, it wasn't crazy, wasn't that good, wasn't that bad. It was somewhere in the middle. Crowd was kind of dead.
You stupid.
Come on, y'all.
Nope.
Come on, Cali. We got to get it together. I was not feeling the crowd tonight. Crowd was basically like,
Get the fuck out of here.
except for when it came to Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. They loved them some Mysterios. But other than that, crowd was pretty dead. So let's talk about Raw real quick. We're going to run this down. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on Logan and Roman. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on if Bray Wyatt will be returning or not. So, Monday Night Raw. We open the show with Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title. This was a good show. It went through 2 commercial breaks. The last of the commercial breaks, right after that, Seth hit a spear. I mean, what the hell am I talking about?
You stupid.
Lashley hit a spear. Well, he was going for a spear and missed it because it got counted into a pedigree. Crowd started going crazy. We ended up with a couple of reversals. Rollins got put in a hurt lock for what it seemed like forever. Then he turned out of the hurt lock but landed on the ref. And while the ref was gathering his thoughts, Rollins kicked Bobby in the nuts. After that, Rollins was promptly setting up for a stomp. And when we heard Bro. And the original Bro came down here. He ran to the ring, stopped short. Rollins turns around and got speared into oblivion.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And Bobby Lashley retains the U.S. title. What I will say is I love the fact that the U.S. title is continued. Why is my man being blocked? Come on, bro. You see you, player. Shout out to Demon Slayer. But he basically, Bobby Lashley is really good. Excuse me. I should have muted for that. I apologize. But for certain parts of the country, Lashley is really getting great reactions, which we all love. Seth Rollins, next to Sheamus, he's been banger after banger after banger. Seth Rollins is just fantastic. He probably should be getting the title soon, and I know it should go to Cody, but I would make Cody chase, and I would make him beat Seth for it. But I don't know how I would do that just yet. But Cody is setting up to be the champion. But listen, he can lose. He can lose a match. Why not? But I like the fact that they're showcasing the U.S. title, but they got to get that goddamn title off of Roman. If you're not going to have a full-time champion on both shows, not that he got to wrestle on both shows, but he got to be in the story and promote both shows and progress the storyline on both shows. This is killing, absolutely killing Monday Night Raw. The fact that they don't have no title on there, no major title. So that Riddle costing Seth that match led to a match later on, which was made by Riddle and Mysterio versus Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day ended up winning that, and there was plenty of interference in that. Dominic Mysterio, they came out, cut a promo, and Dominic Mysterio was like, hey, and he was trying to talk, and they were basically like,
Get the fuck out of here!
it was basically like, they was not trying to hear Dominic. They was like,
How dare you?
they hit everything on Dominic. He like drowned out whatever he had to say. First of all, I think it's great. Good for Dominic. It makes glad that he's getting these reactions. You know, you want to get booed. You know, if you're a bad guy, you want to get booed. And he is getting booed into oblivion. So I'm grateful for that. Hopefully they can continue to build upon that. As for the match, Judgment Day, Matt Riddle and Mysterio had a good match. But Ray was teasing, hitting Dominic Mysterio with a chair after Rhea Ripley got involved. Then Dominic went over there to take the bullet for her, and he said, yo, hit me. And I believed he called his dad a effing P-U-S-S-Y. If I'm not mistaken, he mouthed it off. So listen, shout out to Dominic talking bad to his dad.
How dare you?
Great TV here. But he didn't hit him with the chair. But Dominic Mysterio, like I said, Darren Ray hit him with the chair, didn't do it. Ray got back into the ring, and Finn Balor basically finished him off. And that was all she wrote for Mr. Ray. Excuse me, Mr. Ray Mysterio. Later on in the show, Rollins and Riddle were being held backstage. And they were basically like, listen, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. He was like, and Rollins was like, and they were like, listen, we're going to go do this. And he was like, anytime, any place, Riddle, you're on. He was like, fight pit, extreme rules. And he was like, you know what? You want it? You got it. I'll kill you. And then he was just like, okay, cool. And then he's like, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. It was good. Listen. Being that these dudes really don't like each other, but they're keeping it professional, this adds to it. So I like this. This is great.
Oh, yeah!
Shout out to Triple H for bringing back the fight pit for NXT. The fight at NXT. You hear me? Not NXT.
Stupid.
For bringing back the fight pit for Extreme Rules and Stop the Show. I also heard we are getting Survivor Series War Games. I hope that was a good War Games. Survivor Series War Games, and Triple H is bringing that back too. That's going to make Survivor Series that much better. War Games matches are almost always good. Hopefully we have something to fight for, something on the line. Hopefully they build up. I'm assuming it'll be the Bloodline versus 5 random people. I don't know. But hopefully Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, you got built-in storylines there that you can add to that. So hopefully they do that. That'll be awesome. Triple H doing his thing once again. I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the show. So, Fight Pit, Extreme Rules. I think Extreme Rules is going to be a good pay-per-view. I really do. I have, dare I say, expectations for WWE now. So we'll see what happens with that. What else happened on the show? Well, we also had Damage Control. They had themselves a good old celebration for Dakota Kai and Io Sky, the women's tag team champions. Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka interrupted them. Control took shots at them, but Bliss challenged Bayley for a match later on in the night, which she lost. Bayley beat Alexa Bliss after the Rose Plant. Plenty of interference by all of the parties involved, but the end came when Bayley hit the nose plant, and then the heels beat up the baby faces as the show went off the air. I like that. That was fine. We also had Judgment Day celebrating after their big win, after they beat Matt Riddle and Mysterio, and they saw AJ Styles on the phone, and he said, "Don't worry, I got this." So Finn Balor went back and confronted AJ Styles, and he said, "Listen, you don't call, you don't write. Why is that?"
How dare you?
And he's like, "Listen, man, I'm not the one who turned his back on him." He's like, "Out of all the times we've known each other, when have I ever turned my back on you?" I cannot do accents, y'all. I can't do accents.
Stupid.
I wish I could, but I can't. I just can't hold them. But not my thing. But Styles is like, "Listen, I don't care what you got going on. You want to be with Judgment Day? Cool. But I'm not going with Judgment Day." And he said, "Listen, man, I'm coming here to have a conversation. You sounded like you want to fight." And he said, "You know what, man? I'm just playing. I don't want to fight you."
Shots fired! Shots fired!
But he was like, "You know what?" Gave him a hug, and he said, "Listen, the offer still stands to get with Judgment Day." And he was like, too sweet. So that was cool. The Miz had an episode of Miz TV, and he ranted and raved about how Dexter Lewis showing up at his house last week is craziness. He said, "This is not cool. When he sees Dexter Loomis, he's going to kick his ass." And you slowly see a knife cutting through the mat while the Miz is doing this promo. And Dexter Loomis pops out with that crazy ass music. So I don't know. Matter of fact, though, there's better music I could put. Dexter Loomis pops out with this crazy ass music right here. Hold on, I got you all right now. Dexter Loomis is crazy. The crowd went crazy for this, man. And you see, I'm about to crack a whole smile. Oh, man. The crowd was like, they went crazy for this. They truly did. They went crazy for this. Which is weird because I didn't think it would work. You know, he did this in NXT. He had the good stuff with Indy, which I actually liked, the wedding stuff with Indy and the marriage. I liked it. I don't care what nobody says. I liked it. But they went crazy for this. They really did. So shout out to Dexter Loomis doing his thing. Hey, he's getting over. So they're obviously doing something right. Shout out to them. He tried to pull Miz down, but he got away. He tried to pull down. Mr. Tommaso Ciampa took the bullet, tried to pull him down, but he also got away. So that was all she wrote with that. We had the Brawling Brutes versus the Street Profits, and they want the smoke. Good for them. So, excuse me, the Brawling Brutes get the win in lieu of their Extreme Rules match. So they want to look strong going into that match. Don't think they're beating the Usos though, but they have to look strong going into that. Then we had KO versus Austin Theory. Theory was distracted when Johnny Gargano came down and took his briefcase. Kevin Owens distracted him. Kevin Owens then came and hit him with the cannonball, hit him with the pop-up powerbomb. I love pop-up powerbomb Kevin Owens. So, shout out to, they get another one. Pop-up powerbomb Kevin Owens is the best Kevin Owens. So, shout out to KO. He's the man. Johnny Gargano then dropped the briefcase on Austin Theory's nuts to add insult to injury. And that's all she wrote. That was your Monday Night Raw. Now, this is going to bring me into the Bray Wyatt stuff because there is news that Bray may be coming back. So, Bray Wyatt has been doing this White Rabbit stuff, and they've been getting, Bray Wyatt's only 37? Wow, I thought he was old. Wow, he's a young lad. Bray Wyatt's not even 40 yet. Good for him. Come on, Bray. We got one more run in for you, baby. We got one more run. So rumors have been circling that William Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt, is going to return on 9/23. So there was a QR code with the quotes "Come with me" written on top of something in the backstage segment. If you would have clicked that QR code, you would have been taken to a video of the referencing song White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. For those of you unaware, the psychedelic rock song was played during many WWE live events recently, with fans assuming it was a hint of Bray Wyatt's return because of the whole Firefly Funhouse, and he had the rabbit in there, and Bray Wyatt is doing things like this. Now, besides the White Rabbit hint, the video ends with 9/23, and that is Friday.
Gotcha, bitch.
So, could that mean? Well, that could mean that on September 23rd, which is 9/23, is SmackDown, and Bray Wyatt could be on SmackDown. Now, there is no confirmation of this, and this is all pure fan speculation. Nobody knows if he's signed, if he's not signed. We know he got released a little over a year ago, and we all thought it was bullshit. That's for Vince McMahon for releasing that brother. And ever since then, Triple H, ever since he's taken power, he's basically been going to everybody that he loved and that Vince released, and he's been saying,
Get over here!
and mostly everybody has been coming back. So that was crazy. So it's a lot to unpack. Twitter was going crazy with this. Karrion Kross also, there was a White Rabbit. They've been doing this red light, White Rabbit stuff in live events as well. So much so that people have been tweeting Karrion Kross, and he's basically said, listen, I'm a killer. I think he said, what did he say on Twitter? He said, I'm a killer, but I'm a gentle killer or something like that. And he was like, it basically said, it's not me. It's not me, but keep speculating and have fun with it. I know I will. So shout out to Karrion Kross for that. So I don't know if Bray's coming back. I hope he is. Listen, if he is,
You win.
Flawless victory.
that's going to make the show that much more watchable. So shout out to Bray Wyatt. Hopefully he is. And if he isn't coming back,
You lose.
I'm just playing. If he isn't coming back, then he's not coming back. Not time yet. We got Gargano back. We got Kross back. We got a whole bunch of other people back. We got Dakota Kai back. We got Io Sky back. Man, WWE has the kind of buzz around it that AEW had last year when Cole and Bryan came back. If they get Bray Wyatt back, that will be as big as, not probably, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not as big, but it'll be a notch under. It'll be a notch under if when Cole and Bryan came back, it'll be a notch under that. It'll be a notch under that. Because most of us expected Bryan to show up. Nobody expected Adam Cole to show up. And once we got Adam Cole, we kind of thought that we weren't getting Daniel Bryan. So I would say close, but not as big as those two guys who just, and especially Adam Cole, because he had just wrestled. You know, he had to sign an extension just to do an extra show because his damn contract ran out, because WWE's team forgot to mention that his contract was running out. And yeah, that was bad business. So with that being said, let us talk about Roman and Logan Paul. So Roman Reigns and Logan Paul are fighting at Crown Jewel. So Logan Paul versus undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns is going to happen at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. WWE held a press conference on Saturday in LV Las Vegas, where it was announced that Paul would challenge Reigns for the title on Saturday, November 5th at Marsal Park, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The match was booked after Roman Reigns appeared on Paul's podcast as a guest last week, but Paul made it known that he thinks he's ready for Reigns after Reigns left the show. So, what do I think about this? First of all, they have to do these Saudi Arabia shows, and regardless of your moral stance on this, those Saudi Arabia shows are like glorified house shows under Vince McMahon. We don't know what it'll be under Triple H. He might actually make it mean something. We don't know. But those Saudi Arabia shows, they have hot crowds. They have been giving us fan service. The last one was actually pretty good. So you're going to get 2 of these a year. You're going to get one in October, November, and you're going to get when's the other one? 6 months after that. So you're going to get these shows. Just deal with it. Saudi Arabia, they gave WWE a shitload of money to put on these shows. So whatever the Crown Prince wants, the Crown Prince gets. So we're going to get these shows. Okay? Do I have a problem with Logan Paul fighting for the chip? No. And here's why. And I know people are like,
Get the fuck out of here!
but hear me out here. Logan Paul has millions and millions of followers on all his social media. He is a very big influencer. Him and his brother Jake, they were professional trollers. They were doing pranks and all of this. They got into some trouble, but they pivoted. Then they got into boxing. They're changing the boxing game, making a lot of money in that. Both of them, Logan fought Floyd Mayweather, which is crazy. Jake Paul's knocking people's heads off. Got a fight with Anderson Silva coming up. Don't know if he'll be Anderson Silva, but if he does, he will at least get respect from other boxers and other fighters, because Silva is actually a fighter and he can box. Even though he's a little older now, in his older years, he has his whole boxing career and he can box. So we'll see what happens. But back to the topic. Logan Paul is good. He can wrestle, he's athletic, and he can do a match with Roman. It'll be good. He'll have some decent spots. Roman will, as Roman would say, smash him. And then that'll be that. And we'll move past it and it'll be cool. So let's not get all bent out of shape because the brother's doing a goddamn match. So let's not get crazy. They need to have something big for the Crown Prince. What better match to have? And he, like I said, he wants Roman Reigns. Let him get Roman Reigns and let Roman defend his title and beat up Logan Paul. Why not? It's not like Logan Paul's a scrub and he can't wrestle. The brother can wrestle. He's athletic. And with Roman leading the charge, they're going to have a decent match. Might only go 4 or 5 minutes, but that's okay. The crowd will be able to see Roman Reigns. Maybe Logan Paul will get a good spot. Maybe he'll cheat and he'll get a close 2 count because he'll cheat. Maybe he'll kick Roman in the balls or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a ref bump. But give it I'm not going to shit all on this. No. Don't come over here because you're going to lay right on my keyboard and you're going to mess my thing up. Talking to the cat. So I'm not opposed to this. But what I am opposed to is they got to get the titles. One of these titles got to come off of Roman. somehow, some way, because he's holding these titles hostage. Excuse me. He's holding these titles hostage, and we don't know how they're gonna get the titles off him. Like it, we just don't know. What are they gonna do to get the titles off him? At least one of them gotta come off. You can't keep the titles on Roman forever. I need some water. My throat is killing me. Excuse me. So with that being said, I'm not mad at this. I think it's gonna draw a lot of money.
Perfect.
I think the fans will go for it. Now, morally, it is what it is. But I think it's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna put butts in seats. They love these Saudi Arabian crowds. They love them some WWE. They're always hot, and they always make a lot of noise for WWE. So it is what it is. It's gonna be alright. Cody or Seth probably is gonna beat Roman Reigns, but I think WWE has a huge problem. They have to get one of the titles off of Roman. They gotta find a way to do it. At least one of them. How they go about doing that? That's why the writers get paid the big bucks and not me. So with that being said, I am out. Everybody be safe. I'm getting the hell out of here. I gotta run the street. I got things to do. Got a nice, cool fall day right now. Beautiful outside. So I'm gonna go enjoy some sunlight. Everybody in here, be safe. Thank you for rocking with me. We got NXT tonight. So let's see how the new look NXT looks. With that being said, RJD here. Everybody be safe, and I am out. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.